graders. Today's math lesson is 12-3. All right, we're going to be discussing units of mass today. If you would open your math book, please, you can use page 524 as a reference. There's a really nice chart on metric units of mass that will assist us in doing this lesson. Besides talking about metric units of mass today, we're going to also talk about converting from one to another. So for example, converting from grams to kilograms or milligrams to grams or something like that. All right, so we're going to talk about mass, the weight of something, and then the three units of measurement we're going to talk about are the gram, the milligram, and the kilogram. Here's a great example, all right, of what might weigh a milligram, a gram, or a kilogram. All right, so we're talking about bread. It's kind of making me hungry. All right, if we're talking about milligram, that would be some breadcrumbs. All right, something very light we would weigh in milligrams. All right, if we're talking about something that weighs approximately a gram, that would be about a slice of bread, and a kilogram would be the whole loaf of bread. All right. Here's the conversions we're going to use today. 1 gram, and the abbreviation for that is G, is equivalent to 1,000 milligrams. Milligrams, we'll write mg. All right, and 1 kilogram, the abbreviation for that is kg, is equivalent to 1,000 grams. All right, just as all of our other conversions, all right, we're going to use this chart over here. When we are going from a smaller unit of measurement to a larger unit of measurement, we are going to divide. And when we are going from a larger unit to a smaller unit, we will be multiplying. And the nice thing about this today is that we will be multiplying by 10 or 1,000 or something like that to convert to one or another. All right, it makes for some good mental math, which is nice. To start with, we're going to talk about converting larger units to smaller units. Hamsters have a mass of about 45 grams. What is the mass in milligrams? All right, so what we need to know is if we have 45, we're trying to change 45 grams into milligrams, we need to know how many grams, all right, how many milligrams are in 1 gram. All right, how many?
1,000.
1,000. All right, so this is some good mental math. All right, and if there are 1,000 milligrams in 1 gram, we are going to multiply that, and that's mental math. 45 times 1 is 45, and then we just count those zeros. All right, and so if the hamster weighs 45 grams, how many milligrams will it weigh?
45,000.
It'll weigh 45,000 milligrams. So since a gram is larger unit than a milligram, we are going to multiply. So just as we did, they took 45 and multiplied it by 1,000 and got 45,000 milligrams. All right, so we could say that hamsters either weigh 45 grams, which is equivalent to 45,000 milligrams. All right, now we're going from a larger unit, which is kilograms, down to grams. All right, if we look at our chart over here, we're going from kilograms down to grams. How many grams are there in 1 kilogram?
1,000.
There's 1,000. All right, so, all right, notice when we went from the larger unit to the smaller unit, did we multiply or divide?
Multiply.
We multiplied. And since there's 1,000 grams per kilogram, we simply take 1,000 and multiply it by 21. Again, that's a mental math problem. 21 times 1 is?
21.
And then we add how many zeros?
3.
3 zeros for a total of 21,000 grams. Nice job. All right, now we're going to go the other way. We're going to convert smaller units to larger units. All right, so if we look at our chart again, we're going from smaller units like milligrams to either grams or kilograms. What do we do when we're going from smaller to larger?
Divide.
We divide. All right, so in our example here, Jill's dog has a mass of 9,500 grams. What is its mass in kilograms? Well, we have to ask ourselves, how many grams are there in a kilogram?
1,000.
There are 1,000. All right, so, all right, there's a couple different ways we can do this. All right, we're going to divide 9,500 by 1,000. All right, And you can divide that out. You can use a calculator to do that. Another way to do that is to slide the decimal point. All right, so when you don't see a decimal point, it's at the end of the problem, so it'll be right there after that last 0. And then you simply count your zeros, 1, 2, 3, and then we would slide our decimal point 3 spots to the left. 1, 2, 3, and it would end up in between the 9 and the 5, which would give us the answer also of 9.5 grams. So 9,000, or kilograms, excuse me, 9.5 kilograms. All right, so 9,500 grams is equivalent to 9.5 kilograms. All right, so we can do the same thing here, except now we're going from milligrams to grams. All right, so we're going from a smaller unit to a larger unit. So are we going to multiply or are we going to divide?
We're going to divide.
Because we're going from smaller to larger, we're going to divide. How many milligrams are in a gram?
1,000.
There are 1,000. So we're going to take 17,000 and we would divide it by 1,000. All right? How much is 17,000 divided by 1,000?
17.
17. All right? Again, you may use your calculators or you may use mental math to do that. Now, we can compare mass also, looking at one unit and comparing it to another unit. For example, it says Raina put birdseed in 2 feeders. At the end of 3 days, feeder A has 56 grams of seed in it, and feeder B has 46,350 milligrams of seed in it. Which feeder has the most seed in it? Well, feeder A, all right, we're talking in grams. All right, feeder A has 56 grams. All right, and feeder B, all right, right here has 46,350 milligrams. Well, how do we compare this? If this one has grams and this one has milligrams, how do we compare this?
You'll need to convert one of them.
We need to convert one of them. So what we're going to do is we are going to change 56 grams into its equivalent milligrams. All right, so look back at your chart. All right, how many milligrams are in every gram?
1,000.
There are 1,000. All right, so if we want to change this to milligrams, we're going to take 56 and we're going to multiply it by 1,000. How much is 56 times 1,000?
56,000.
It is 56,000. All right, so now we can compare. If this is 56 grams, that's equivalent to 56,000 milligrams. Now we can compare. Feeder A has 56,000 milligrams and feeder B has 46,350. All right, which feeder has the most seed in it?
A.
All right, letter A. And the reason for that is because we know 56,000 is greater than 46,350. All right, so letter A has more seed in it. The birds are still hungry this time of year, so if you have a bird feeder at home, that could maybe be your job. Make sure it's filled. All right, so they did just what we did. All right, they converted a larger unit to a smaller unit. They got 56,000, and then they're going to compare just like we did. Since 56,000 milligrams is greater than 46,350, all right, feeder A had the most seed in it. All right, so this is the same type of problem where we're going to compare. We have 2 different units of measurement here. Laura's taking 2 different packages to be shipped. All right, package 1, all right, weighs 75,605 milligrams, and package 2, over here it says it weighs 81 grams. All right, so we're going to solve this the exact same way we solved the birdseed problem, because we have milligrams here, grams here. How are we going to do this?
Convert the grams to milligrams.
Exactly. We want these to be the same units of measurement, so we're going to convert 81 grams to milligrams. Each of these grams has how many milligrams in it?
1,000.
1,000. So let's use our mental math skills. What is 81 times 1,000?
81,000.
81,000 milligrams. All right, so 81 grams is equivalent to 81,000 milligrams. Now we can compare it to package 1. All right, the question specifically asked which weighs more. Is it package 1 or package 2?
2.
It is package 2. all right, and that's because 75,605 milligrams is less than 81,000 milligrams, all right, and so package 2 weighs the most. Excellent, all right. Please look at the IXL links that go along with units of mass, and if you have any questions on any of those, please feel free to contact one of your teachers, and he or she will help you with that. We hope you're all doing well, and we miss you.